それに私の好きになる人ってクズみたいな男ばっかりだからな。前の会社の別れた彼氏なんかすぐ新しい彼女作ってたし。なんでいつも間違えちゃうんだろう。
Hey everybody, welcome to our lesson of learning Japanese. Today we're going to cover another anime line of the day from the show Otaku ni koi wa muzikashi. And so the line that we're going to cover today is a really short and simple line that is just going to translate to every guy I fall for ends up being trash or ends up being a jerk. And so yeah, this line might be something that we can use in our everyday conversation. Maybe modify it around a bit to talk about something else. And beyond that, it's got a decent number of grammar patterns, so we can learn a decent amount from the short and simple line. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
それに私の好きになる人ってクズみたいな男ばっかりだからな。
First off, we're going to start this line with the phrasing of それに, and this is going to actually be a transitional phrase. And it's only here because she's already been talking for a while and she said some other things, so if we just had this as a standalone line, we would probably omit this. What it's going to translate to here is basically something along the lines of moreover or furthermore or besides that, or right after that. We're going to really start things off now with a noun of a noun modification, but it's kind of a special noun of a noun modification here because it has two nouns. The first one is going to be the really simple noun of watashi, which just means I, but the second one is going to be something that has a kind of stacked grammar pattern within it, which is a noun being modified by a clause basically. And so that second noun is technically going to be hito, but it's going to be modified by suki ni naru, which means basically to fall for, to become liking, to come to like. So suki ni naru hito is going to be people I come to like, or more naturally, people I fall for, people I become attracted to.
それに私の好きになる人。
So watashi no suki ni naru hito is going to be people who I become attracted to or I fall for. Right after that whole phrasing right there of people I fall for, we're going to mark it with the hard te. And this is going to be basically similar to the usage of the topic marker wa. So basically it's just marking this as the topic of the sentence, people who I fall for. And so it's the topic of the sentence now, and what we're most likely going to do is we're going to describe it in some kind of capacity, right? So we're going to proceed doing just that.
クズみたいな男ばっかりだからな。
And the way that we want to describe these people who I fall for is by calling them trash. So with that, we have the word kuzu, which means basically trash, commonly spelled in katakana because it's somewhat of a slangish version of the actual word that means trash. And then we're going to follow it with the kind of suffix and kind of grammar pattern in of itself that is mitai. And it expresses that something is like something or resembling, similar to something. And so since it's modifying the word kuzu, which means trash, kuzu mitai is going to be basically trash-like or like trash basically. Mitai, despite the way that it's spelled, is not an e adjective. When it's used as a suffix onto another word, it actually turns the whole word into a na adjective. So if we're going to use it to describe a noun, which we're about to do, we need to follow the rules of na adjectives and add the particle na right after it. So instead of mitai otoko, it's going to be mitai na otoko. And so kuzu mitai na otoko is going to be, you know, guys that are like trash.
クズみたいな男ばっ
Right after, we have another grammar pattern, unrelenting grammar patterns here, and that is the grammar pattern that is bakkari.
かりだからな。
Bakkari is a particle slash grammar pattern that has numerous meanings, but in this case it's fulfilling the meaning of basically only. So otoko bakkari is going to be only men, but if we add the descriptor to otoko, which was kuzu mitai na otoko, it's going to be basically only men who are like trash, who are trash-like. And so far we have watashi no suki ni naru hito de kuzu mitai na otoko bakkari is going to be basically the people that I fall for are only guys who are trash.
それに私の好きになる人ってクズみたいな男ばっかりだからな。
And that's pretty much the end of the sentence right there. At the end, we have, of course, the copula da right after bakkari. And then we have the usage of the conjunction kara and the sentence ending particle na. And those are kind of superfluous right here. The kara is basically only being used because this line has context to it and there's some other things she said before it, and she's providing this as the reason now. But if you were to use this as a standalone sentence, you wouldn't really need the kara there. Other than the sentence ending particle na there is just kind of adding this nuance that really portrays that she's, you know, kind of ranting right now, drunk ranting. So if you were taking this sentence and just saying it as a standalone one or modifying it to say something else, you would probably just stick with the copula da at the end after bakkari, and you wouldn't need those extra parts. And so yeah, that's the whole line right there. Let's just review it real quickly. それに私の好きになる人ってクズみたいな男ばっかりだからな。
それに私の好きになる人ってクズみたいな男ばっかりだからな。
And so again, if it's going to be a standalone, we'll take out the sore ni at the beginning and the kara na at the end. So alone, this would be watashi no suki ni naru hito te kuzu mitai na otoko bakkari da. And this will translate to literally, the people that I fall for are only guys who are trash, basically. Or more naturally, all the guys I fall for end up being trash, something along those lines. And now real quickly, the grammar patterns that we came across. We had the noun modification at the beginning there. We had the clause kind of modifying the noun with a suki ni naru hito. We had the hard te to mark something as kind of the topic in a similar way as the topic marker wa does. We had the mitai grammar pattern to mean like something. We had usage of the na adjective mitai to modify a noun. And then last but not least, the grammar pattern bakkari to mean only. And so there you go. I hope that you will not have to use this line in real life because your romantic life is blessed. But if you ever need to rant about your status as a hopeless romantic, here's a line to fit into your arsenal.
それに私の好きになる人ってクズみたいな男ばっかりだからな。前の会社の別れた彼氏なんかすぐ新しい彼女作ってたし。なんでいつも間違えちゃうんだろう。
Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Anime Line of the Day. Remember, if there were grammar patterns mentioned for this line, they'll be mentioned in the description or the pinned comment below with links to the individual lessons on them. You can also probably find them in the playlist of our complete grammar video series shown on the screen right here alongside our anime playlist. And last but not least, don't forget to try to translate the bonus line we provided. Leave your translation in a comment below. Check out our Patreon, like the video, and subscribe. With all that said and done, see you next time.